22-year-old community college Jasmine Pase posted something on social media during Thanksgiving, a simple post, but for some reason, her family find it suspicious. It seemed normal to outsiders, but what really happened? Let's get into it. This case is about Jasmine Pase, 22-year-old. The night before Thanksgiving, Jasmine texted her mom to let her know she wouldn't be coming for the holiday. She said she would spend it with her friend. Usually, Jasmine would spend Thanksgiving with her family, but they recently lost her grandmother, and Jasmine was extremely close to her, so her mother didn't find it strange that Jasmine might want to be alone. Jasmine posted a picture of herself alone with caption, "Enjoying Thanksgiving with my baby." The picture was revealing, which felt unusual to her mother. Jasmine didn't usually post pictures like that. Her dad thought the same. Something felt off. He also noticed something else. Jasmine has a tattoo on her hand that was missing in the picture. That raises the question, was this an old picture? And if it was, why would she post it? Her mother reached out to Emma, the friend Jasmine said she would be staying with, but Emma told her Jasmine never showed up that day. More alarming was the fact that Jasmine hadn't spoken to anyone since November 22nd. Not a call, not a voice message, only texting. She kept saying she just wanted to be alone and grieve her grandma. Jasmine's mom had gut feeling something was wrong. Luckily, she had access to Jasmine's car GPS through an app called My Chevy. It showed Jasmine's car parked at an apartment complex she didn't recognize. Jasmine's parents drove there immediately. They found her car, but something didn't feel right. The driver's seat was pushed back too far for Jasmine. It was obvious someone taller had been driving the car. Jasmine didn't know anyone in the complex, so her parents called the police. The security guard allowed Jasmine's family to view the surveillance footage. They saw Jasmine's car enter the complex at 8 p.m. on November 23. There were no cameras where the car were parked, and no footage showed Jasmine ever leaving. Her mother connected their family's cell phone provider. Jasmine was on the family plan, so she could access the call logos. She found several numbers Jasmine had been in connect with, and her mother called every single one, with the police present. One number was suspicious. The call listed 71 minutes. The number belonged to a guy called Jason Chin, computer science student. Jasmine had met on the dating app Bumble. They dated for a few months, but they didn't work out. The cops asked Jason about Jasmine. He said he hadn't seen her in days, and they only spoke for a few minutes on the phone. A few minutes. Then what was the 71 minutes call? He was clearly lying. Jasmine's mom pushed for the police to investigate him further, but they didn't do much. They said they didn't have enough evidence against him, so the family continued investigating on their own. Jasmine's mom went back through their old texts and found something strange. On November 23, at exactly 2 a.m., when everyone was asleep, Jasmine had sent her a location pin. This was after the last time anyone had seen her. Let me remind you that she was last seen on November 22, and the message was sent right after midnight on November 23 at 2 a.m. Her family reached out the second location. The location was in another apartment complex, completely different from the one where they found her car. Again, they knocked on every door asking about Jasmine. One resident remembered something around 2 a.m. on November 23rd, the same time Jasmine sent the location. She heard shouting like fight between men and women coming from apartment 210. That was the only apartment that didn't open the door when the family come knocking. Somehow, Jasmine's parents got into that apartment. It was a small place. You could see the kitchen from the living room, but something felt very wrong. They saw Jasmine's suitcase. They started searching for more signs. Jasmine's dad checked the kitchen drawers, and that's where he found all of Jasmine's IDs, including her driver's license. At that point, they called the police again. Jasmine's mother made a mistake though. In her desperation, she gathered all the phone's tablets hoping to find clues, but this tampered with potential evidence. The police showed up, entered the apartment, and did quiet walkthrough, but they didn't start digging through stuffs yet because they didn't have search warrant. From the initial glance, it was obvious to the cops that this was a crime scene. There were tiny blood spots through the apartment. The bedroom looked like it had been staged. Something was definitely wrong. You can usually tell when furniture has been moved because there is gonna be some kind of rock burn or wrinkles where it used to sit. And that's what we saw here. The bed looked like it had been pushed over to cover up a huge blood stain on the floor. They also found tons of cleaning supplies around. The police got warrant and they came back with luminol. For those who aren't familiar, luminol is a chemical used in crime scene investigations. It lights up when it hits blood, even if it's been cleaned up or whipped away. They sprayed luminol in the apartment. The whole floor lit up. There were blood everywhere. Not puddles, but droplets. The bathroom rug was soaked in blood. Police checking the dumpsters and they found cleaning products, 2 white sneakers, a pair of blue trousers, a single sock. All of it was sent for analysis. All the blood belonged to Jasmine. The case changed from missing person to murder. And I think some of you might be wondering whose apartment this is. It's Jason's apartment. Investigators reviewed building surveillance and saw Jasmine's car pulling in. Sadly, she'd never left alive. Cameras later shows Jason dragging a heavy suitcase out of the building. The neighbor who heard screaming said it happened around 2 a.m., which matched the time Jasmine sent the location to her mom, like silent cry for help. You can only imagine how scared she must have been. Later, Jason took her car and parked it in the random apartment complex. The same cameras captured him walking away in a white hoodie. Then he took a taxi and left the complex. Another surveillance camera got him getting out of the taxi in front of his apartment. One camera showed him at Walmart buying cleaning supplies and Band-Aids. A camera above the checkout showed Jason wearing the same white shoes found on the dumpsters. Police tracked both his phone and Jasmine's, and guess what? They were always moving together, so Jasmine's phone was with him the whole time. On November 26, a week after Jasmine's vanished, police finally found him hiding at his family's house. They arrested him, and they had a search warrant for the house. Inside the room he was staying in, they found his backpack. Inside they found a lot of notes. He had written out an entire fake story for police. He wrote that he last saw Jasmine on Saturday, November 19. They last spoke on Tuesday, November 22. Jasmine had a history of running away and that she had a restraining order against her ex. He was planning everything clearly, but he didn't expect the police search the house. And the biggest shock, they found Jasmine's SIM card in his backpack. Police took his phone and they found a picture of Jasmine in his bathroom before the attack. Even worse, he messaged her after she was already dead. "Good morning, sleep like a baby." He was trying to create a false timeline. One of his friends invited him to play Call of Duty that day. He said he couldn't because he was cleaning his house, and he was cleaning the crime scene. Jason was arrested, and the trial began. The judge set his bail at $5 million. But many people feel there should have been no bail at all for a killer. Meanwhile, police tracked Jason's phone and found it pinned near a riverbank. On December 1st, investigators searched the area and found a suitcase. Yeah, that suitcase. Inside was Jasmine's body, stabbed 16 times, all at the same site, aimed at her heart. She was also handcuffed. Jasmine was known for being kind and sweet. Her dream was to be a mom someday. She was a godmother to a child named Willen. She loved all the kids in the family. In January, Jason's legal team aimed he was guilty, but claimed it wasn't premeditated. They said he snapped in a moment of rage. They claimed they were in the kitchen drinking beer, and an argument started when Jasmine saw dating app notifications on his phone. They said she got angry, and he reacted impulsively. But police checked, no such a notification were received at that time, and the toxicology report showed no alcohol in Jasmine's system, so he lied again. Jason was sentenced to life in prison without parole.
315228, we, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Chen, guilty of first-degree premeditated murder.
His lawyer tried to get him parole, but the judge denied it. We still don't know what the real story or what exactly happened in the final moments. But what we do know is that Jasmine, kind, loving girl. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments.